Hi, this is Christy with Vegan Food for Thought, and I wanted to share what I've been doing for my Candida diet. And so, what Candida is it's a yeast, and it's a type of a bacteria that helps you digest your food. It's everywhere in your intestines and on your skin. So you do need it, but when the problem happens, or where it becomes a problem, is when it becomes overgrown. And so you can have symptoms, just all kinds of symptoms. There's a huge list, but the symptoms that I was experiencing was like brain fog, fatigue, digestive issues, skin rashes, and thrush in my mouth. And just not having much energy, and then having sleep problems too. So um, I'm, yeah, I think that started about 10 years ago for me. So, or more, from what I can remember. That's when I think I remember it all started. But and I went through fluctuations of having different symptoms and things, and the majority of my symptoms, like my digestive stuff, improved when I went vegan. But then I started having other things like thrush in my mouth, and I didn't enjoy that at all. So like I continued to research it, and just I found out more and more about it. And there are diets that, like, the biggest diet online for Candida is the one where it's no sugar, no carbs, and just like greens and avocados and like fats. And I knew beforehand that I wouldn't enjoy that. I wouldn't be able to sustain myself, and I probably wouldn't even make it like a week if I tried something like that. So I didn't. And then I found out there are a lot of YouTubers out there that have tried this diet, and one of them that I can think of specifically is Lily Koi. She did the diet for, I think it was 6 months, and it did not improve her symptoms. It made her feel like she just was craving sugar so bad at the end of it, and she was not experiencing any relief from the candida itself. So I just, after, what I had heard and seen, I just knew that that wasn't something that would work for me. And so I just continued to search, and then I started finding YouTubers that had healed it on 80-10-10. And then some people did like all raw, some people did cooked foods, but the majority of the people that did that, a very low fat diet, with just, like high raw foods and some cooked starches, actually saw improvements. So I decided to try it. It took me a long time to decide that I was gonna not eat chocolate, because I knew, well, chocolate was one of those things that caused thrush in my mouth like the day after. So I just couldn't. It's probably just because it's a combination of like oil and sugar usually, and I even tried like the chocolates that didn't have sugar in it. There are a few like raw chocolates that are made out of like coconut sugars or agave or things, and even that, of course, was like still a problem with me. So after 10 years, I finally, well, finally decided to start something. I knew I had to try something, so it was the last 3 weeks I've been doing this diet where I've been doing low fat, no fat actually, because I tried, let's see, I had some tahini, and even that caused my thrush to come back. So I know that I'm doing the right thing, and I've been feeling a lot better, and I've had an improvement of my symptoms when I'm not eating any fat, or so no processed sugars, or fat or oil, and just eating a really low fat diet. So mainly 80-10-10 and raw foods. And then I am eating a little bit of cooked starches like rice, pastas, corn, and like potatoes and things, just really simple things like that. I do still use salt just because that's the only way that I would be able to eat a lot of these things. And the other night I made like some potatoes with tomatoes. Those are some of my favorites. And then some lettuce and salt and lemon, and maybe pepper or something. But that was it. So I'm just trying to focus on eating more simple foods and a lot more smoothies and greens and salads, and without overdoing the greens and all that. I really do. I've been feeling like I've been enjoying greens a lot lately. I've been getting that feeling where when I was deficient in vitamin K, I was, let's see, I would eat a salad and I would still feel starving after. Like, it just wouldn't fill me up. And I would eat like a 5 pound salad and I would still feel hungry after that. So I'm just going to go with like what my body feels like it needs. And I definitely feel that with greens and salads that I need to eat more of those. So I like eating those. I really do enjoy salads. Sometimes I just get like lazy with it, and it's just easier to not chop up a huge salad. But it just makes me feel so much better, and it gives me a lot more energy. I've been having a lot more energy and feeling like working out and stuff. So I enjoy that. And my skin gets softer like almost instantly when I start eating lower fat and more fruits and vegetables and things. So that's always a bonus. Yeah, and I wanted to share this diet because there are so many people, there are so many other methods, and I tried the oregano oil. There was another type of oil that I tried. I tried there were so many other things and probiotics, and none of that really worked for me. And this is the only thing that's actually made an improvement. So I feel like, I'm not a doctor and this might not work for everybody. Some of these candida cleanses might work for some people, but I know there's a lot of like, you can buy in the store, there's these candida cleanse ones that are just these pills that you take. And I don't want to take a pill to make everything better. I mean, if it could, I would, but most of the time a pill like isn't going to fix the problem. It's just going to, it might cover up some symptoms of it or something. But I've heard a lot from a lot of people, and I've actually, there was one person that said that they took some oil and it made them better, but I didn't hear if it came back or if they said they had candida and they went to a naturopath and they prescribed them this one oil. And and then my friend recommended this one to me. It was like I don't know, Octosier. I'm not saying it right at all, but anyways, I tried that too. And that didn't work. So, and those are essential oils can be very unnatural to take internally. Especially, I know oregano oil, I was taking that and it's very, very strong. It's supposed to be, it kills off more bacteria than bleach does. So it's stronger than, something like 10 times stronger than bleach. And then I was taking that internally and expecting that to like fix my problem when it's probably making things worse in a way. Like if I'm killing off all of the bacteria, I don't want to kill off everything, but I'm done trying to do any of the quick fixes. And I know that, the long-term solution is to, just fix my gut health internally and to focus on that sort of solution instead of, a pill or an oil or something like that, because no one that I know of has long-term fixed any of those problems that way. And all of the people that have done the high fruit and carbs and starches and low fat have been saying that they've been feeling better ever since then. So it took me that long to accept that I shouldn't eat chocolate for a long time, probably, or I don't know how long, but until my symptoms are fully better and healed, then I probably won't be eating any. But it's just the processed oil and sugar and all that. But and maybe eventually I will, I don't know. But at this point, I'm just happy to be feeling better, and I hope that it can help somebody else out there too, because there's just a lot of information that's misleading and not right, and maybe it is for some people, but for me, I think my case was more extreme. I have a history of, taking antibiotics and just all kinds of, doctors prescribed pills, and things that ruined my gut health. And maybe I never really had healthy, a good gut health to begin with all the foods I was eating and just everything that was so terrible before. But I'm just happy to be feeling like better after all that. And I know it's probably going to be, I plan on doing this diet for a while until I see improvements and until I continue to see improvements, and I might try some fats later, but for now I'm feeling good. And yeah, I don't know if anyone else has been battling with candida, but it's something that we need to get into balance, and it's not a bad thing, but it can be very easily. It can get out of control. But I'm going to continue to share updates on this, and I'll keep posting if I've had any more improvements or what, or if I go back to eating like the high fat diet, vegan diet, or junk food or anything. But at this point, I am definitely set on continuing and feeling better and just healing.